What's going on, guys? Anyways, it's your boy, Last Viking. Okay, so in preparation for weight training and strength building and stuff like that, you have to make sure that you're not putting a bunch of junk and crap into your body. Now, this includes free radicals, toxins, pollutants, yes, even feces. We're going to get into that right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Anyway, so here we go again. We're back. We have the TDS meter. It is showing currently 0, 0. Here I have the, as you saw in the beginning, I have tap water here, and I have RO, reverse osmosis water, here. Now, this TDS is a toxicity meter, and a total dissolved solids meter. So water, transfers from the ocean or from the rivers, mountains, lakes, and streams, goes down into a reservoir, gets filtered, cleaned out a little bit, and then pumped out. But what happens when it goes from that reservoir to your house, up the pipe, down the street, cross connections, cross contaminations? Now, this is the number one thing that most Americans, especially most Americans, have, because we have some of the most contaminated water in America than pretty much any other country, I think, that I have ever been to. I've been to a few, but not everywhere. So, but we do have enough to cause cancers. And United States has the largest amount of cancers, not just because of certain pollutants in the air or certain meats that we eat or the certain lifestyle that we live, but also because of the water that we drink. So here we go. Right now, we have currently 0, 0, and it's blinking. This is tap water. 500 is the most toxic type that you can get. So right now we got it. It's going pretty crazy. It's going, 560, 499. Let me see if I can hold it. Boy, the toxicity meter is just jumping all over the place with this thing. So this is tap water here. Let me just find out what's going on here. My thing. Okay, so we should be good now. So right here we're getting like very, very high, 500 plus, 499, 500 plus, and it's going crazy. Like, it doesn't usually do this, but we're getting a lot of toxicity in the water. Now that number is going to be consistent with what we get later on, so I want to make sure that we're back to 0. Okay, I'm going to go on over here to the RO water. And the RO water shows a consistency of 49, actually 0, 49, 45, 45, consistent. But if we go back over here to, that was RO water. If we go back over here to the tap water, 499, 491, 493. Now, what's in tap water? Okay, what's in this? I can actually even go on over here. Sorry, excuse my sink. It's pretty dirty, but still gotta do dishes. So right now I have my filter on. I don't use this because it doesn't change anything. So here we go. I'll let it run for a little bit. I dumped out all my water. So I'm gonna put some water in here. And you'll see that it still gets around 300 to 400 plus. So here we go. It's 0. This came out of a pure water filter. So here we go. We're at 540, 530, 520, 484. So we're still pretty consistent. So what's inside of here is nitrates, toxins, feces, cancer-causing agents, basically. A lot of intestinal agents that come from animals and human feces. Here, the RO water has filtered out 90% of those toxins. Some of those toxins, like minerals and dissolved solids, such as minerals and nutrients, are still remaining in the water. But those toxic chemicals, cancer-causing, mental disorder-causing agents and chemicals, pesticides and animal sprays are all inside of tap water and even filtered water. That's right, just carbonized filter water. So, what is the best? I would say is RO water. Definitely RO water. It has 45 to 47. But yeah, picking up one of these TDS meters is really, really important, especially wherever you're going to drink water. TDS, Total Dissolved Solid Tester. And this is an easy one. It's either on or off. And it has a sensor down there at the bottom. So just make sure that you use those type of sensors before you start drinking water, okay? Now, a lot of people have this craze about ionized alkaline water. Yes, it may give you an initial boost at first, but there are warnings on it, okay? I had this issue before too, where I would drink ionized alkaline water with my meals. Well, that caused me a lot of problems. What type of problems? Well, you'll notice that when you drink ionized alkaline water, it neutralizes all the acid in your stomach. And when your acids in your stomach are dissolved and neutralized, you have no chance of digesting your food properly. So what does that mean? It dumps solid foods on your pancreas, your liver, your stomach, your small intestine, all of those things that can actually lead to more severe issues like pancreatitis, okay, inflammation in the stomach ulcers, stuff like that. So that's what those ionized alkaline waters do. The best water that you can get, and it's already should be alkaline already, natural alkaline water. Water itself comes from rain or mountains. We don't regenerate or synthetically create water. Okay, water is created and it's in abundance, so there's really no need to synthetically create it. So it comes from mountains and it comes from streams, clouds, rain, stuff like that. It's collected. The only thing that we have to worry about that will cause the acidic or acidity in the water versus being alkaline and healthy is how many of those cancer-causing toxic bacteria is removed. So there are reverse osmosis systems like this one here on Amazon, and they do come with a tank here. Super easy to hook up, and you can use this type of water all day and feel healthy. You can drink it with your meals. You don't have to worry about that. You know, it's not going to neutralize any of your acids in your stomach. So I hope this video was very informative to you. So think twice before getting this type of drinking water from your carbonized filter, your stationary filter, even Brita pitchers. Test that water with a TDS meter. See where you should be drinking water and where you should be getting your nutrients. The next thing I want to talk about also is either there's concern whether you should take whey proteins like this one, okay, or should you take plant-based proteins like this one? No soy, no GMO, right? Dairy free. So I'm not going to give those product placements because I'm not being sponsored by any of those companies, so I'm not going to do that. But one thing I do want to touch on is health. How does your body react to processing meats and stuff like that? Well, some people have irritable bowel syndrome, and known as IBS. Well, IBS people, they cannot have a lot of dairy. They have to have very fine food, pretty much natural. Vegan is pretty much the only way for them to digest. But let's say if you have IBS or you have any other digestive issues, or you're prone to cancer, those are things that you might want to look at, is taking plant-based protein versus whey-based protein or dairy-based protein. Plant-based protein, from what I have seen and what I have studied, is that plant-based protein actually has a more consistent and more absorbent percentage versus whey protein or dairy-based protein. So some things you might want to check out, and I hope this video was very informative to you. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and more videos to come. The Last Viking out.